Welcome to the Tech Matchmaker, the show where contact center challenges meet their perfect tech match. I'm your host, Gina Gibson, and in just 15 minutes, we serve up the smartest, coolest innovations shaking up the contact center industry. Whether you're searching for your next solution or just love staying ahead of the curve, we've got the insights to keep you in the know. Let's dive in and discover what's next. I promise you, it's going to be fun. Good afternoon, everybody. Tiffany O'Malley with Souness is here with us today. And Tiffany, I'm so excited to have you here. You, as we were doing the research, such a fascinating career background aside from software sales, founded a women's clothing line and worked in film in LA. How did you end up in software?
Well, that's a long story, but I am super excited that I ended up at Souness because this place is so special. And Gina, thank you so much for having us on. I'm really glad to be able to connect with your network today and share the magic of Souness.
Awesome. And I see you brought some of your local rock stars with you. Do you want to introduce your team to us today?
Sure. They are definitely the stars of Souness. I'm the least important person here. And I'll let them introduce themselves in a little bit when we actually do a live demo, but have colleagues from all over the world with us. 𝗬𝗎 is in India right now. Louise is in Guatemala, and 𝗧𝗲𝗰𝗆 is in the Philippines.
Welcome to the podcast, you guys. Thank you for joining us. And so Tiffany and team, here is where I would typically say, give us your elevator pitch, but why don't you give us a little overview of Souness and then take us into a elevator pitch?
Awesome. Yeah. I like to say hearing is believing, right? So let's just get right into it. But let me tell you a little bit about us. Souness is a speech understanding platform. What does that mean? Our goal is really to allow people to communicate clearly, regardless of where in the world they are and how they sound, right? So everything we do at our company is just to create a more understanding world. Today, we're primarily doing that through a tool we call accent translation and also our noise cancellation. So those are the two products we have in market right now. And like you said, Gina, let's just hop right into it. I think it's the best way to show what we do. So what everyone is going to hear today is 𝗬𝗎, 𝗬𝗎, Louise, they're going to come on. They're going to introduce themselves in their natural voice and accent, how they sound every day. And then they will turn Souness on and repeat that. And that's where you'll hear the magic. So 𝗬𝗎, take it away.
Thanks, Tiffany. Hello, everybody. I'm 𝗬𝗎 Najib, and I'm based here in Coimbatore. It is a small industrial town in the south of India, and I have been in sales and services for all my career. And I'm with Souness for the past few months now. In my free time, I do like to play some cricket or badminton. So what you're hearing is my original voice and accent, and one of the benefits of Souness solution is also the background noise elimination feature. So let me just play some background noise and let me know if you can hear this. Now for the magic to happen, I just have to press this toggle switch.
So there you go. I have enabled Souness on my end. I still have those noises playing. I've got my original voice and accent, but I'm sure you hear a difference in my voice. So for the sake of comparison or a reference, let me redo that intro. I'm 𝗬𝗎 Najib. I'm from Coimbatore. I have been in sales for a little over 15 years now, and I'm associated with Souness for the past few months. In my free time, I do like to play some cricket or badminton. And in the recent times, I'm really fascinated with horology as well. So that was a little comparison. I hope you like listening to it. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, 𝗬𝗎. 𝗬𝗎, what's the weather like over there where you are today?
Well, during the day, it is really hot these days. The temperature goes up to 40 degrees Celsius, but it's a little pleasant towards the evening. But yeah, it's hot these days.
Excellent. Thank you so much, 𝗬𝗎.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Okay, let's go somewhere else in the world. Let's go to the Philippines with 𝗬𝗎. Thank you for being here, 𝗬𝗎. Why don't you introduce yourself to the team?
Okay, thank you, Tiffany. So, yes, hello, everyone. My name is 𝗬𝗎, and I'm from the Philippines. And just to share a little bit about myself, well, during my free time, I enjoy baking and cooking. I have worked in a BPO for the past few years as a customer service representative. And of course, I am always proud of my Filipino accent. But with the help of Souness, I can deliver clear communication that makes it easier for listeners to understand. So now, same with 𝗬𝗎, for you to hear the difference per comparison, I will be turning on the Souness app and I will repeat myself.
So there, I just turned on the Sanas app. Once again, my name is 𝗧𝗲𝗰𝗵 and I'm from the Philippines. And during my free time, I enjoy baking and cooking. I have worked in a BPO for the past few years as a customer service representative, and I am always proud of my Filipino accent. But with the help of Sanas, I can deliver clear communication that makes it easier for listeners to understand. So I hope you like it. Thank you.
𝗧𝗲𝗰, thank you so much. You got to tell us what's your favorite thing to cook or bake.
Yes, my favorite thing to bake is what we call the banana cake, especially when made with the right bananas. Is a good source of fiber and contains natural sweeteners. So that's what I usually bake.
Thank you so much.
Sounds delicious. Wish you lived closer. All right, to Guatemala we go. Luis, thank you for being here.
Sure, thank you so much, Tiffany. And hello, everyone. My name is Luis. I am from Guatemala. I live in Guatemala City. I have been working in the call center industry for around 7 years. I have experience in customer service, tech support, quality assurance, and customer experience. Some of the things that I like to do during my spare time are going out for a walk, have some exercise, and I recently joined a swimming class as well. So this is my voice and accent without Sanas. All I need to do is press a button to show you the magic of Sanas, same as 𝗧𝗲𝗺 and 𝗧𝗲𝗆, just for you to compare.
Okay, so I have already turned on Samus. I'm pretty sure you can hear the difference. I'll just repeat myself. So hello, everyone. My name is Luis. I am from Guatemala. I live in Guatemala City. I have been working in the call center industry for around 7 years. I have experience in customer service, tech support, quality assurance, and customer experience. Some of the things that I like to do during my spare time are going out for a walk, have some exercise, and so weeks ago I started to do swimming. So this is now my voice and accent with Sana. So you're hearing the magical Sana. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Luis. That's fantastic. 7 years in a contact center space is a long time. You must really enjoy it. Do you?
Yeah, I actually enjoy it. I spend most of the time with a tech support company, so it is really nice to work as a tech support representative, actually.
Thank you guys so much. What a great walkthrough. That's absolutely really impressive stuff. Tiffany, tell me, what do you think sets your product apart from the competitors in the market?
Yeah. Well, I think one of the best things about Sanas is really what sets it apart from most of the AI companies in the market, right? We want to add people to the workforce. We are not an AI company that really wants to take away anyone's job. We want to make them just easier to be understood in the job they're doing, right? So really the heart and the goal of Sanas is to preserve everyone's natural identity. Our company was founded because of one of our coworkers who was in a contact center. He's a brilliant guy. He's on a full ride to Stanford. He was working actually next to Luis in a contact center, and he's able to do the job, but he was continually getting low marks on his surveys because people had a hard time understanding him. So that affected his take-home pay. So he came to the US, he's telling his friends about this, and they're like, hey, we're taking some AI classes. Maybe we can solve this, right? So Sanas was founded to really preserve people's natural identity and let technology kind of remove those barriers that an accent can cause. Now, there's a few other things that really separate us from other people attempting to do this. And really the main thing is we invented this. No one in the world was doing this. It came out of a white paper out of Stanford. So we're the first ones to tackle this. And it actually took us about 3.5 years to build that first model because no one's ever done this before. But as you can see, this is really a very special technology. I feel really honored to represent it because it is not just tech. It's something that changes people's lives. If you can think about, you and I have talked about this, when people in the contact center are taking 100, 200 calls a day from people here in the US, the amount of abuse that, and we don't even mean to, we don't think about it. They just have to deal with a lot. So being a part of a company where they can just be who they are, they can speak how they speak and let technology kind of fill that gap. I love that. On top of it, obviously there's real business value to be found, but that's really what sets us apart.
I love it. And I think, as we've been talking with a lot of people in the industry, the employee experience is becoming more and more the focus as we go on. And you alluded to it a little bit there, Tiffany. One of the stories that you told me when we first met was, to me, I think the best use case I've ever heard you guys. From you have a lot of great ones, but it's definitely a wonderful one. And I'm hoping you can share that as one of your success stories with us today.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, Gina, every customer has has a different success story because every customer tracks different metrics, right? If you're working with a hotel chain, they want to track their sales conversions. If you're working with a telecom company, they want to track different metrics that are important to them. So this one you're talking about is a food delivery service, which I'm sure we all know. I'll keep it anonymous for right now, but we got both sides of this. We have the agent side, what we'll call the EX and the CX. On the CX side, we were able to, through a POC with them, track CSAT and AHT. And the CSAT, and we'll attach this to this podcast. They were tracking at a 3, around a 3.7 in their CSAT, and we got that boosted to a 4.5 within just a few weeks. Which, if Gina, you're involved in this, like a 1% or a 1
Astounding.
point boost is important. Also on the handle time, right? As you can imagine, like people are having to say, hey, can you repeat that? What did you say? I don't understand. Can you give me someone who speaks English? All of these derogatory comments. So if you're just able to be understood, your handle time goes down. And what we were able to track with this particular company was a 350 average handle time down to 258. So again, that percentage in these large companies, they know exactly what that means to the bottom line. So that's pretty significant. But as Gina was alluding to, our favorite part of this story was that their agents took to this, and in their call center, they had a whiteboard and they started tracking their days without being abused by a US customer. And they got to 46 days without being abused. Like, to me, that is just so valuable. Obviously, you have the business value, but being able to allow someone to go into their job, love what they do, obviously attrition rates are super high. So if you go to our website, we actually have a lot of these videos of agents just speaking about what Sonus has meant to them. And I think, again, this is just something that sets us apart as a tech company. We really want to make people's lives better. And I love that that's able to do that.
Absolutely. And is there any emerging trends or anything new that's happening that you guys see influencing the direction of the product coming up? Like, do you see any, AI is everywhere, you are AI, but do you see any of the other emerging trends coming out? And EX is already a focus of yours that will impact what your product looks like in 3 years?
Yeah, I think you'll see a lot of new regions coming up. Today we're in market in India, Philippines, and Latin America. We are seeing shifts in different areas of the world, and Africa in particular. So I think you'll see new regions come up. Also, just one of the business value or the metrics that we're seeing among customers are being able to shift labor to different markets, right? So a lot of companies pay more to have a nearshore experience with someone like a Louise, which is a little more expensive. Now you may be able to shift to an Indian market, which is, there's plenty of capable people, but the accent was always a barrier, right? So we're seeing a lot of that with our customers, just like the labor shift. You'll also hear in another month or two, maybe we should talk again soon, because you'll see some really cool products released from Sonus. I can't say too much yet, but there's some cool stuff.
Well, then we'll definitely have you back for that. Just to wrap, Tiffany, I've always been a fan of Jane's Lipton. And so to end the podcast, what we do is we do some quick 3 rapid fire questions. So what is your favorite word?
Probably my dog's name.
Perfect.
Wilson.
Perfect.
Wilson.
And what's your least favorite word?
Oh, I don't even know if I can say that.
Okay.
Can I say that? There's some of these words that it's not a bad word, but it's my least favorite word. I'm not going to say it, but I'll tell you later, Gina.
Perfect. And what excites you most about life?
Sunshine. I
Love
love
it.
the sun. I'm like a plant. I love being in the sun. I love beautiful blue sky days and being out in nature.
Perfect. And Tiffany, just as we wrap, if anybody wants more information on Sonus and getting in touch with you guys, how can they go about doing that?
Well, first go through Gina, right? She is a dear partner of ours and we trust her implicitly. So if you want to learn more about this, just go directly to Gina, but I'll also put my information in this follow-up. Find me on LinkedIn. You can call me anytime. My heart just beats for Sonus, so I love to tell anyone about it. And our team of demoers are a resource for you too. So they're awesome. Even though it's the middle of the night where they are, they'll always hop on and help. And they are truly the stars of Sonus.
Excellent. And so with that, a big thank you to you, Tiffany, to 𝗪𝗡, Louisiel, and Luis. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Appreciate you very much. And I know we'll see you soon. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out with us on the Tech Matchmaker. I hope today's spotlight sparks some fresh ideas and real solutions for your contact center. Want to dive deeper into the tech we featured? Hit up the show notes for all the links and extras, and be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if there's a challenge you want us to tackle, don't be shy, reach out. I'll catch you soon with more innovation, more use cases, and more ways to keep your business moving forward. Stay curious, stay bold, and keep exploring what's next.